Who's scruffy looking?
What is up, my fellow nerds and gangsters? Welcome back to the Spiffy Nerd Herder channel.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Now today's video is a little bit different because I need your help to figure out something about Captain Marvel in anticipation for Avengers End Game.
I need your help, son.
Now there are spoilers, so check out my review, see the movie, but ye be warned. In the mid-credit scene of Captain Marvel, Carol comes back to Earth after the Thanos snap because Nick Fury summoned her, and she finds the remaining Avengers and asks them, untrustingly or even cautiously, where's Fury?
Where is he? He's here.
To me, it seemed like she did not know why she was being summoned, almost as if she did not know all about the destruction of the universe that everyone had just experienced. Now it's either that, or she had seen the effects of the destruction, but quite simply didn't know why they had occurred. I mean, her friends just up and started disappearing like dust. I'd be freaked out too.
What's going on?
But for this video, because I think it's interesting, I'm going to assume that Carol knows nothing about the snap and knows nothing about the effects because she has not experienced them.
I agree.
If Carol doesn't know anything about the snap or its implications, I think that could have big implications for how Captain Marvel and the others defeat Thanos in End Game.
You are talking about the nonsensical ravings of a lunatic mind.
So we're going to go through two theories of why Carol may really not know anything about the Thanos snap or not have experienced its effects wherever she was in the universe. But I need your guys' help because I can't quite nail it yet. Maybe together we can come up with a great endgame theory. So the first reason that Carol may not have experienced the effects of the snap is because she was back in time.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
If she travels faster than the speed of light, modern physics kind of postulates that she would be going back in time.
This is heavy duty, Doc. This is great.
So if she traveled with the scrolls at faster than the speed of light, then that means that she would have gone back in time. Let me show you. All right, let's take a look at this. Now, in 1995, when Captain Marvel ends, she leaves. If she travels faster than the speed of light with the scrolls to wherever she's going, she would travel backwards in time. When she arrived there, then her time would continue on normal as it does anywhere. Now, when the snap happens in our timeline, which is this top one, Carol hasn't reached there yet. In other words, she doesn't experience the effects of the snap because where she is, it has not occurred yet.
You just blew my mind.
Now, as I thought about this theory, I really liked it. I thought if they're going to integrate time travel, it totally makes sense. It's within the world, and it shows that Captain Marvel's awesome. But here is the problem with this theory.
Don't tell me.
If Carol was here when the snap occurred, how on earth would she have gotten Fury's message? Did the message travel back in time faster than the effects of the snap? I don't know. I mean, that's a hard one to reconcile in my puny little mind. The second thing is that if Carol were to travel back to Earth faster than the speed of light, she would again go backwards in time. Therefore, she would even arrive before the snap even occurs.
Paradoxes! Time loops!
I kind of tend to think that time travel may still have something to do with this because when Carol shows up in the mid-credit scene, she straight up still don't look old. She has not aged 20 years or however long it's been since 1995 to where Infinity War occurs. So while I think my theory is flawed, I think that there might be something to it. So I really want to know what you guys think because, again, puny mind can't wrap itself around that.
Your senses aren't that attuned, my young apprentice.
The second reason that she may not have experienced the effects of the snap is because she was in the quantum realm and that's where she took the scrolls.
This is too much.
Now I think this is less likely, but the Space Stone basically gives the power to bend space to its user, the ability of basically omnipresence. And so, conceivably, she could have the power to go to the quantum realm. But this begs the question of did the snap affect other realms? The Russo brothers, the director of the fine masterpiece that is Infinity War, stated very clearly that the snap of Thanos decimated half of life in the universe and in this realm. So, I think it's possible that the snap did not do anything to those in the quantum realm, either because Thanos didn't see that there was a need to kill half of life in a realm where he didn't exist, or maybe the Infinity Stones didn't have the power to do that in another realm. I don't know. Puny mind, can't rap.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
But the big question remains, will the quantum realm have anything to do with how they defeat Thanos in Avengers End Game?
Absolutely.
Possibly the Avengers take Thanos there, a place where he does not have as much power, or quite simply doesn't have the power to kill people in our realm, so they take him there so that he can't do as much damage.
That doesn't make sense.
I want to know your thoughts about that, because I think the quantum realm is not some fluke of the MCU, which just happens to be in the Ant-Man movies. I think it's going to be a big deal in the next movie. And I think that you can't give Carol Danvers the ability to travel faster than the speed of light, which implies possible backwards in time travel.
I'm from the future.
You just can't give those powers and then not use them to defeat Thanos.
I cannot defeat them alone.
I mean, we definitely know that Captain Marvel is gonna be a big deal in defeating Thanos. Otherwise, Fury would not have texted her the love emoji.
I love her.
So help me out, guys, in the comments. I need you.
If we work together, I know we can discover the secret.
How is Carol going to help the Avengers defeat Thanos? As of right now, she is the only one that holds the power of one of the Infinity Stones because Doctor Strange and Vision don't have theirs anymore. So she has to play a big part.
One can only hope.
To end, let's just assume for a brief second that Carol did experience all the effects of the snap, but we know she didn't die. I think the reason she didn't die quite simply is because she is basically a walking space stone. I mean, I don't think the Infinity Gauntlet is going to kill one of its own, and possibly may not even be able to kill one of its own. So comment on that too if you want, and until then guys, stay spiffy, and don't do anything I wouldn't do twice.